97 The Ticket. Tiger Baseball comes your way at 12:10, trying not to get swept by the Pirates, who have the worst OPS in all of baseball. If you want to hear about the Tigers and their skid and the gaffes, check out the Odyssey Rewind and go back to the first hour. We broke it down. Some putrid baseball being played by the Tigers. Is it the beginning of the end, or is it just baseball? One of the things we've already talked about, but we hit on Marcus Davenport, who there's no training camp today, but he talked to the media yesterday, and it's one of the more bizarre comments you'll ever hear. Everybody's talking about the D-line. Everybody's talking about who's going to fill the gap opposite of Aiden Hutchinson, who comes back this year. And that guy right now is Marcus Davenport. And Brad Holmes loves him because he keeps bringing him back. And the only thing about Davenport that we wonder is, can he stay healthy? And I think we have a right to wonder that, considering he's never healthy. But he was asked by Brad Galley yesterday from Channel 7, are you that guy to be opposite of Hutch? Take a listen. All right, so we're talking about the comments. What do you make of them? They're very bizarre. Give me the first thing that pops in your head. I saw on social media, the comments section, people are annoyed. I'll read you some of the ticket text. But my God, I know you can't make too much out of what one guy says. It's all just talk. All you care about is what he does on the field. But that's weird. Don't look at me. Oh, why'd they pay you? Why'd they bring you back? It's only the most talked about position on the Lions by the fan base. It's kind of a big deal. Marcus Davenport seems annoyed. I think that's fair. Let's be honest. We all question his availability. So he seems like he's annoyed. And at the very end, he even said, I don't like when people talk about me anymore, good or bad. So maybe he's just annoyed with himself that he can't stay healthy. But what's your take? 248-539-9797, the ticket text, the exact same number. Now, I do want to ask you guys behind the glass something. We'll go to the calls momentarily. But I'm looking at the ticket text at the break, and we got a text that says, is this potentially a culture issue for the Lions? And Kenny brought up the fact that Campbell and Holmes are all about that culture, and they've done a great job with it. But now in back-to-back days, you got Anzalone that's holding in. There's no question about it, man. Alex Anzalone wants a new contract. Negotiations are not going well. He crushed his physical test. He showed up to training camp. He says he's going to play in games, but he's not practicing. He's got a hammy, which I don't believe because he's holding in. And Dan Campbell won't comment about it. Like he's running you around when you ask him about it. So you got that. That's very unlike Lions culture. And now you got Marcus Davenport, who says, don't look at me. Hey, you guys need somebody opposite of Hutch? Don't look at me. I ain't that guy. It's only 2 incidents. I get the Anzalone thing, by the way. It's a killer sport. You could get injured. He wants his money. Not the worst thing in the world to look out for number one. But it is kind of 2 incidents. And by the way, this is going to be a tough season. You got a bitch of a schedule. You got 7 new coaches. Do we have a potential culture issue? That's going too far, right?
That is going too far. But I will say this, though. I mean, I fully believe in Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes, and it's hard not to. Look what they've done. I know they haven't won the ultimate prize, but they've gotten so close, and they've given us a better chance than any of us have seen in our lifetime. But with that being said, the last couple of things happened here, and it may be recency bias, but you mentioned Anzalone. You didn't even mention Levi Onwuzurike re-signing and him not even being available this year. We trusted them with that signing. And then we trusted them to bring back Marcus Davenport.
Kang, real quick about Onwuzurike, if you do the timeline, they said he had knee issues going into the offseason. But they're like, nah, no big deal. This happens. And then, a month after you re-sign him, counting on him, had a lot of pressures last year. He's done for the season with season-ending surgery. So that's another good point. I didn't think about Onwuzurike. You're very negative, King. I like that.
Yeah, right. Well, he had the brace on at the end of last year, so they knew there was issues, like you said, and they mentioned going into the offseason he had some issues. But I trusted them that they know way more than we do, right? They have the medicals. They see the player. They talk to him. They felt enough confidence into it that, hey, let's bring him back. Obviously, they were wrong about that. So I'm just a little worried that they brought back Marcus Davenport, And what if he doesn't work out like Levi as well? And I'm not even talking getting injured. I'm talking like his mental state.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned earlier, that answer doesn't scream drive and passion and energy. And I don't think this is a culture thing. I just think like, hey, man, what's going on out there, right?
Well, the crazy thing is, the one thing you can do as an athlete, and these guys know this, you can win the PR argument very easily. You go out, you say run through a wall a couple times, I want to crack a couple skulls, and the fans love you. And then you get on the field, and if you suck, the fans will turn on you, rightfully so, right? But when you're not even trying, when you're like, I ain't that guy, don't look at me, I mean, yeah, maybe there's a lot of things going through his head. Maybe he feels beaten down. He can't stay healthy. Maybe he doesn't like the way he's been talked about. It's bizarre, but a lot of people want to comment. We'll get to the calls next. What'd you make of the Marcus Davenport comments? Brad Galley asked him, are you the dude to be opposite of Hutch? And he said, don't look at me. Talk to you next. 97 won the ticket.